It's Morphin Mania time once again. I am Captain Logan, and with me, as always, is my regular illustrious co-host, DJ.
That's me.
And our guest host, Lance Fusion.
I am not always here. That's why I'm a guest.
Welcome back, Lance. Yeah, that was for the first thing, but not the second thing. Welcome back, Lance. It's great to have you again. We are doing the last two episodes of season 1, the last two episodes of the Back 20. I know, I'm so excited about it. It is not the episodes themselves necessarily, but just finishing season 1. So we have Mighty Morphin Mutants with another fish monster because there just have not been enough fish monsters. And in oyster stew. So those kind of go together, I guess.
Well, seafood's big in Japan.
See, we probably have the Zoo Ranger folks to blame for all the fish monsters.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You know, because we are pretty sure that Zoo 2 just went, let's film this random thing.
And doesn't season 2 open with a fish monster too? Piranha's head?
I believe that is Piranha's head, yeah. But it's been a whole summer, you know.
Doesn't count anymore. It counter resets itself every season.
You have to bookend the summer with fish. Everybody.
That's a lot of fish.
That'll be the name of my memoir, Bookend with Fish.
If you're watching live, thanks a bunch for watching along with us. Make sure and click on the link in the description for the rabbit room so you can see exactly the stream that we are looking at. And if you're watching after the fact, either on Patreon or in, I'm going to keep saying the year 2019, and then we're going to be in 2019. I just know that when it is 2019 for us, DJ, I'm going to still find myself saying that. Like January 1st, in 2019, he's going to be like, it is 2019. Make sure and get out your Netflix or your DVD, get it timestamp 0. Make sure that you're watching Mighty Morphin Mutants, the 59th episode of season 1, and get ready to press play when I say now. Are you guys ready for more fish? Here we go. Everybody's so excited about the fish. Everybody, please press play right now. DJ, twice more.
We're so close.
Twice more we have to listen to.
You're going to miss this when it's gone. You know you are.
No, I'm not. I'm out of his head.
But he doesn't have a monologue at the beginning.
Nope.
Oh my God, he should.
I would love to hear a monologue from him.
What would Zed's monologue be like? Like, there was this witch that I put on the moon, but she sucked.
I'm going to marry her someday.
So I put her on in a dumpster. Yeah, and then it changes where he's like, hi, I'm Lord Zed. Hi, I'm Rita. And then...
This is our RV.
They still have a Zeo opening.
It's just like the Wild Thornberries opening, but in Zed's voice. We travel around and interview animals. I'm not even doing a Zed voice. I'm just doing like a gruff Batman voice.
I'm going to perfect Zed. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to actually get behind closed doors. I wish I had a soundproof room, and I'm going to work on Zed.
He's not wearing green. He fails.
He's wearing white already.
I'm pretty sure I'm right that necklace has a fish on it, and I don't understand.
Terrence Winkless again.
He's back. That means they shot these together, probably.
Well, doesn't he have a long-lost brother that's Native American or something?
Yeah.
We find out later.
David.
So yeah,
yes,
maybe
but not Winkless. I'm pretty sure Winkless doesn't have that.
No. Maybe their family totem was the fish.
I'm starting to wonder if some of our viewers are getting tired of Power Rangers with as much as we're shooting this. Cinematographic, it's Morphin time again. Again.
Well, it's hard to sense the tone in text. He could be really excited, it's Morphin again.
You know, I wish oh, that's true. That's true. It is. Yeah, I'm making an assumption there, aren't I? I wish it was possible for me to be as easily amused as Skull is. You know, where other people's reactions to what I do just don't bother me at all. Like, you find something really funny and you just laugh hysterically. Nobody else around you laughs. He doesn't care.
A good role model for confidence, self-confidence is Skull. There he goes. So this is Cap. This is the one I was talking about at the very beginning when we were talking about Evil Rangers. And I was like, there's Rangers that are the
All
same, but
those
they have
years
black
ago?
gloves. Yeah, they have black gloves and boots.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about.
Oh.
remembered as the evil Rangers.
Yeah, it's the other evil Power Rangers of season 1.
Yeah, not the sock faces from season 2.
Yeah, God.
Terrifying. The Baron Zemo Rangers.
So this is the episode where Tommy can't remember to do anything, and he'll never have this problem again.
What, man? We're just throwing Tommy under the bus.
Yeah,
this
second episode in a row where he sucks at something.
But don't worry, at the end of the episode, he'll have the best memory in the whole town.
Oh, yeah. Because he threw a dagger into somebody's mouth.
See, I always remember, because that's how football's played. I always remember Tommy as being like the most important thing in the world. Like, Power Rangers is not about teamwork. It's that Tommy solves every problem. Like, that's what the movie's about. The 95 movie is like Tommy saves the day all the time. But season 1 doesn't have that. And I always remember that going all the way through. But like, that's not till White Ranger.
Yeah.
No, he's kind of lame in season 1. He
really is.
He's either not there or he's chasing a float.
Oh, so Graphic was referencing the fake trailer from Tropic Thunder. I've never seen Tropic Thunder, so I did not realize that.
You know, at least Tommy doesn't die like his Jew Ranger counterpart.
Wow,
Yeah,
they
he
have
has
an
that going for him.
actual pork chop. That's funny.
In an episode called Barai Dies.
Man, this is like Putty Boot Camp. This is nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
he's not
Number 6. Okay,
Come
but
on.
if you put them in football outfits, they'll immediately do
Hey, look.
better.
Hey, look, they even have a Tommy on their team.
And he's number 6.
That's perfect.
It's amazing.
Wow.
And that's the bulk Putty.
Wouldn't it be great if you just had like a larger Putty and a taller Putty, and they just walked around?
That's basically Squat and Babu.
This is all really funny.
This is great.
Like, this is legitimately great.
He just annihilated him.
He called it, "Go back to the workbench."
There's
Jason Goldman, who agrees that Zeltrax is such a great rival. I love Zeltrax. I can't wait to talk about Zeltrax.
Man, I could have watched a whole episode of this. This is great. This is where the Rocky theme needs to be.
It's mutant time! And now they're going to be Power Rangers.
See, they got the black.
Cloth shield. There it is.
Oh, yeah, and I think there's a whole thing with the Red Ranger and like why there's not a Red Ranger Putty, or maybe there is, but he's different. I can't remember what that is now.
Well, they just said there wasn't because that 6th guy flunked out, so they couldn't they couldn't give him the Red Ranger power.
They just couldn't get another Putty? Like they trained another
I guess
Putty?
not. They only had 6. The mold only fits 6.
This was the best of the best, and he didn't make the cut. So.
Did they make Did they make like Putty morphers and coins? Like,
yeah, you didn't see it?
Yeah.
He handed them out to all of them.
Yeah,
I was reading a comment trying to make sure that our viewers didn't get left out. I need a moderator for this show too.
Yeah, 4 of us in here isn't enough. Wait, he changed his shirt and now he is wearing green.
Because now he's going to do Power Ranger things.
No, it's the same shirt.
Did he add green to it before? It was just
yeah.
white?
No, I think it was just the lighting, dude. I think they're really on about the shirt.
Yeah, it always had the green stripes, but it has the white hood on it.
And we're talking about this
Oh, we've talked about wardrobe so much during this
so
season.
much.
Terrible
We have a
shield.
lot of time to fill here. Okay. Ciro says it's white and green.
Yes, it is. It's foreshadowing.
Check your monitor colors. Oh, look, he's fighting the Green Putty Ranger. I think this is the first time he's fought a Green Ranger. It's not a good-looking Green Ranger, but he's fighting it.
That's right. He does fight Green Rangers a lot, doesn't he, later on?
We think that's awesome. And whenever Tommy comes back in, like, later special episodes, it's always like Tommy fights another Ranger that looks like he used to look.
If you can get a glimpse of it again, Tommy's wearing ninja boots to school.
Oh, he is. He totally is. It goes great with his hoodie.
Yeah, his sleeveless hoodie.
Hey, Tommy, are those hard to drive in?
Well, they give his toes the flexion that he needs to.
Cinematographic, what is that? Some kind of Green Ranger? Yeah, it's some kind of Green Ranger. It's the putty kind. Is Zordon's voice a little lower than normal?
Well, this is very serious.
Oh.
His other worst fear is Putty Ranger. Sorry, that's a throwback to the last.
That's my word. No, feel free to do that. We expect everyone to watch every single episode of this show. Hey, Zordon, if you know every plan Rita has before she has it, wouldn't you maybe be a little more prepared?
This is before we had smartphones. Billy made that thing to remind you of things.
Apparently, it's before we had calendars. It's like, can you just carry out a notebook? I have this to do.
Well, he needs it to actually beep in his face because he's terrible at remembering things. He wouldn't remember to look in the calendar.
I mean, I sympathize with that. I get that. And, you know.
Nowadays, Billy would just be like, there's an app for that. Lots of apps.
Of course they can drive. Billy made the rad bug earlier this season.
That's right.
Way earlier. It's like the second episode or something.
It comes back more often than I remembered it. Cinegraphic says Zordon and Jarrell need to take a communications workshop.
I want to see both of them in like a class together.
Hey, Tommy, do you remember that thing where Billy's inventions never do what they're supposed to? Or they do, but then they do something else like teleport you?
He does have a notebook.
He left it at home.
Okay.
You're the worst, Tommy.
And I love how, I can't remember, because I'm sure it was earlier in the episode, but this is just a thing I remember from this, where he's talking to somebody, he's like, no, really, be honest with me. What do you think is my biggest problem? You forget things. Like, that's like it's a character flaw, you know? Like,
I think Tommy needs to see a doctor. He might have suffered some brain trauma during all those fights he's been in.
Well, see, that would be interesting.
On a very special episode of Power Rangers.
It just, the more you know.
Yeah, don't morph too much, kids, when you don't have enough power. It messes with your head. Zero says, Tommy's got the dementia. Time to put him down. Wow, that's hardcore. He's not a dog. I always thought the subtitles Kiaing.
Kiaing.
Yeah, I'm the leader, and that's why I yell a lot.
Naturally, the leader is a giant crawdad.
Yeah, it's the Red Crawdad Ranger, of course.
It was close. Like that's the closest color to one of the Ranger colors.
It's the closest thing to a Tyrannosaurus they could find.
I love that they've got their own taunts. That's fun.
Hey, where's the green version?
Well, see, he also is having problems with his powers.
He forgot his morpher.
He's the forgetful putty.
He's going to call his Dragon Zord, and it's going to have like a slightly different melody. He's like, ba 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 ba.
Well, that was some air fighting.
It'll be the theme song to Happy Days for his flute.
Her cheers. He pulls out his flute. Everybody knows your name.
That's the second Cheers reference we've got in tonight. That's
I know.
No, that's the call.
Oh man, I forgot my watch.
They're only kind of evil. They have 2 black gloves. That's a good point. Real evil people have 1 black glove. We learned this from Khan. That's
true.
I wish we got to see the Putty Rangers with a morphing sequence.
Yeah.
And every one of them just be like,
He just said there's someone I want you to meet, but he's already met him earlier.
Well, he forgot.
I'd like you to meet for the first and second time. Crawdad Ranger Power. Ooh, good one, Tommy. Yeah, see, they have all the other stuff that they have. They should have a morphing sequence.
Could you imagine the little animated sequence where the putties are just going?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing earlier. Zero, how does the green Putty Ranger have the Sword of Darkness?
Yeah, Tommy doesn't even have that anymore.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. These
Because they are
like our old ones. They set this up as
We
if
couldn't afford new props.
yeah, this is Power Rangers is a toy commercial, so you are setting kids up for major disappointment there. It's time for new weapons. Yes. Oh. No, this one is the real cosmic cannon, Zach. It's this one's not the Power Axe. I know you called it the cosmic cannon one time. This one is the cosmic cannon.
I liked it when you said that, Zach, so I've actually called this one.
I made one that does whatever you would think a cosmic cannon would do.
Never bring a flute to a knife fight.
The cosmic cannon shoots Kirby rays.
I do like them actually using their weapons to fight, though. They never do that.
Yeah, especially this late in the game, they stop using them usually.
Yeah, they just go straight to the big gun.
They only pull them out when they're fighting the same weapons. But at least they have two sets of them.
No, the putty ones are just like regular white things. You see it? It's just like a white bow.
Oh.
Blaster on blaster time.
But they have the real Sword of Darkness.
They're like the practice versions that they use when they're setting up the choreography.
And Cinematographic says never bring a knife to a Zed fight. Just don't even bother trying to go up against Zed. You're not gonna win. All those times the Power Rangers beat Zed is a fluke, by the way. That never
By the
actually
way,
happened.
as a kid, I always loved that Billy had a power lance.
But when he throws it, it turns into these little two short sticks that, even if he put them together, would never equal the power lance. Always confused me.
Yes, but Lance just likes it because that's his name.
Is that your name, Lance? Isn't your name like Edwin?
No, his name is Lance.
Oh, okay.
Well, my name isn't actually Lance. It's not my real name. So
Okay.
Is it not?
no, it's not.
Your name is not actually Lance?
No, it isn't actually Lance.
I never knew that. I thought it was like, it doesn't sound like a made-up name.
Oh, I mean, it's what I've been called all my life, but it's not my legal name.
But you're saying, but it wasn't just your YouTube name.
No, it's not my YouTube.
Oh, okay. Boy, you blew my mind for 5 seconds. I was like, Lance, you can't do that. You've been Lance the whole time I've known you.
I can't do that. You put that back right now.
You can't make me think for 8 years your name's Lance.
It's okay. None of us are going by our legal names right now. So.
Where everybody knows your name.
Well, this is clearly not Cheers then.
Or not even your friend of 8 years knows your name.
Okay, at this point, yeah, well, that's not my fault. At this point, Jason should be like, okay, I'm just done with fish puns. I'm not doing any more fish puns. Oh, look, the Giant Rangers.
Giant Rangers. Oh, that kind of kills the...
See, it's funny. Last episode, with the football putties, I was thinking, why doesn't she make them grow? She made these putties grow. I would have loved to have seen giant football putties.
Yeah, and they were still pretending like they were playing a football game, so they should have done that. Or at least they were using a lot of football puns. So I have a question for Zordon. Why can't you do this?
Yeah, why do you need Zords?
Why can't you do this?
Well, in Power Rangers Zeo, don't they do that in the last episode? They make themselves grow?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It's really weird.
Oh, last resort. Let's just take ourselves and get big and not pilot these really clunky things that easily fall apart and explode.
Well, it cuts out the middle, man. Where's the girls though?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. The problem with female putties is they can't get giant. I don't know why that is, but they can.
Do we know that there are female putties, or are they just
No, I don't think there are. That's what I'm saying.
the putties like just one of the putties is dressing up like the Pink Ranger?
Wow. Yeah, I can't describe the scene right now.
Are we watching the football episode again? Oh, just crotches.
Yeah.
Crotch shot.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't ready for that.
Power Rangers, this is a family-friendly channel, okay?
Yeah.
What
Those
are
are
you,
some
like,
tight spandex there.
like, what are you doing? I'm glad Jason's not here for this.
That kind of stuff belongs in the chat.
So they're going to bring out the Ultra Zord, and they're going to just blow the hell out of giant Rangers.
It always works.
But it's weirder when it looks like people.
Yeah, the Ultra Sword has never failed.
Yeah.
So you guys can interpret this statement as ironic or not. This is absolutely one of the best episodes we've watched.
They just burned.
Had a giant, like a giant crawdad riding a chariot of putty rangers.
only on Power Rangers. I'm sure glad they could get set on fire.
Their one weakness.
Missiles.
If only the girls could get giant, maybe they would have had a chance.
Well, then they'd have the full pyramid, and they could have really rammed them.
Oh yeah, they did. They could have done the giant pyramid.
Try to tie it back to the cheerleader episode.
What in the world?
Oh yeah, there's this whole subplot about them not being sophisticated and trying to be sophisticated.
I thought this was about like being forgetful.
Tommy's like, my weakness is being forgetful. Their weakness is being set on fire. They didn't overcome their weakness. Hope I can overcome mine.
That's really classy gentleman wrapping paper you got there, Bogan.
Lance, their version of Billy gave the rest of them a device that beeped when they were about to go on fire.
Too bad they forgot it in their locker. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got caught on fire.
They call Titanus gets called, and you just hear, "Take out the trash! Take out the trash!"
I guess being classy is having facial hair too.
Okay, but if they knew what was in it,
Whoa,
why not aim it in the other direction? Why not throw it as soon as you open it?
Or just don't open it. Walk away.
So I guess that was the lesson. We won't change. We won't overcome our flaws at the end. Because Tommy didn't learn anything, did he?
You didn't learn
At
anything.
all. This is a real educational show.
He's still forgetful.
Except it will never come up again. Yeah, he didn't
Because
learn
they forgot.
That's
You
part of the
would
White.
think.
Zordon built that into the White Ranger power. It gave him memory.
Oh, wow. It affects his brain.
Okay, but how do you account for the first few episodes of season 2? Where he doesn't seem to have that problem.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
You're supposed to have all the answers, DJ.
I'm not. You can ask that to Zordon when you get to heaven.
But yeah, those are right. Those are the two things we do. We either pretend like there's a lesson, but we kind of forget all about it and we don't do anything with it at the end. Or at the end, the person not only learns it, but they're the best there ever was. Wouldn't it have been great if it was like that?
Yes. Tommy just remembers everything.
He gets to the end and it's like flowers for Algernon. Like, okay, episode 60 in Oyster Stew. More sea things. It's time for the last episode of season 1. This is a momentous occasion, you guys.
Are we ready for this?
I don't know, man. I feel like we've been here for so long.
This will be the last time.
In the back 20, like we're not going to get to make fun of that anymore. And
oh, there'll be plenty to make fun of. Don't worry.
that's true. But no, this is a little bit bittersweet Because we're getting past all the crazy formulaic, it's the same thing all the time. What in the world were they smoking? And there will still be some what in the world were they smoking, but it'll be different. It'll be different. So
well, the important question is, does an oyster count as a fish monster?
It's in the ballpark, right?
Seafood.
Oh, so it's a baseball episode too.
It's in the fish ballpark.
No, Cap watches sports now. You didn't know this, so he makes sports puns.
I made one sports reference and everyone lost it.
Well, look, I mean,
All I said, Lance, was shot clock. And everybody was like, oh my God, he knows something about basketball. I have been watching basketball lately, but before I was doing that, I still could have said shot clock.
All I'm saying is, if you have a football episode with an armadillo, why not baseball with an oyster? I think
it's too logical for this show, though.
Oh, why? Because the pearl is ball shaped.
Yeah. Because it's too much like poetry, you know. They're trying too hard at that point. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna start episode 60. If you're watching after the fact, make sure and get it lined up, get it to timestamp 0, and get ready to press play when I say now. Everybody else, to the rabbit room. Back to action. Here we go. Ready? Please press play right now.
Savor this moment.
That was it.
That's it. We heard our last unless DJ, I make you watch the crappy remaster for one episode.
The 2010
No,
one.
you shall not. That's where I draw the line. I'm gonna quit.
Some night I'm gonna be like, hey DJ, we're gonna watch something else, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is. And then DJ's gonna leave.
Now he'll know.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have said that.
I made the schedule.
You've got blank spots on that schedule, and it's my show.
I do have blank spots. I left it.
I gotta do something with blank spots, and I'm not promising I'm gonna tell you what they are.
That could be that week that we have. I don't want to do a whole week of it though.
No. I was just thinking about just the pilot. Just to complain about it because it's ridiculous. You can't handle 20 minutes of that nonsense.
Although does the we might do the original pilot. Does that have it in there?
Ooh.
I don't think the original pilot goes Okay,
it might have a just.
I don't think it has an intro.
I don't know if it's an opening. Yeah.
Because it's a pilot. Shell Danielson.
Oh, your favorite character.
Job.
These have to be pseudonyms. They have to be.
Spock Blobnell.
This is like all their Alan Smithy names.
There's Winkless again.
I'm gonna look up Terrence Winkless and see if he's done anything else. See if he's a real person or not. So I think it's kind of sad that Bulk and Skull have tried every single skill ever, and they can't get good at any of them. And everyone just laughs at them. Like, you're never going to get good at anything. Just don't even try.
They eventually become good at rallying a crowd to fight against the invading space army 5 years from now. There's that.
Hey, that's their moment to shine.
They take a long time to get there, though. They really do. Okay, Terrence Winkless is a real person.
Oh, well, good for him. I'm glad he's real.
I don't think he likes
job being
to make
real.
fun of him because, of course, he's watching this. He was a cast member of the Banana Splits Adventure Hour playing Bingo the Gorilla.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Is this the same Terrence Winkless? Was he an H or was he something else? I forget what his middle initial was.
All right, is there more than one Terrence Winkless
I'm just making sure.
on IMDb?
I'm just making sure. No, I'm only seeing the one.
Yeah, it's like Smith over on the West Coast. There's Winklesses everywhere.
No, I don't know if this is the same guy, though, because it's not saying anything about Power Rangers. Yeah, I don't know. But he did stuff for Roger Corman.
It's a good pedigree right there. Quality entertainment.
Makes sense that he'd be on Power Rangers.
Yeah, it really does.
Rockman says, episode 60, time for the senior discount. I think Rockman's been here for almost all of these. Most of these guys, actually, in the comments have been here for almost all of these. Some of them, all of them.
Yeah, Rockman, you've been a trooper.
I think David's been to every one of these. Baron OKC has been to a lot of them. Cinematographic, maybe every time. Shut up, Angela.
I don't think she's as bad as you think.
Lance, I hate Angela. I hate her.
Well, see, I was about to tell Angela, never date somebody who refers to himself as in the third person as Zach Man.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Those are signs to run away from.
What do you mean? You didn't go as Lance Man to all the school dances?
When I proposed to my wife, I asked if she would like to marry Captain Logan. No, I did not.
No.
Okay, so why do you hate Angela? I want specifics here. I think I know where you're going with this, but I still want to hear you say it. I've already
talked about this a lot, but yeah, she just leads them on constantly, and she's a Lana Lang type, really.
Well, am I mistaken in saying this is her last episode? I don't think she's in season 2, is she?
I don't think she is either, and I don't think we resolved this. I mean, we treat this like an arc throughout this.
Who's this shady guy?
He's probably putty, right?
Oh, I think I can help you with your dilemma. It's so creepy.
His eyes sparkle too.
Supposed to be a high school kid in like 9th grade.
Well, I think this is a Rita monster or something. I'm forgetting, but like, so it's immediately not interesting because he's already under a spell. He did the eye flash thing. So everything else we see here is completely superfluous. Like, who cares anymore? Anything he does, he's programmed to do now. Oh boy, I love Charm. That sounds real. That sounds real, Lance.
Okay, so I have to ask, did anybody actually watch the Nickelodeon show Space Cases that he starred in a few years after this?
I saw like an episode.
I loved that show.
You're talking about Walter Jones?
Yeah, Walter Jones.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know he did it.
Yeah, he was lead character.
Is he a putty or is he a monster? Yeah, he's putty.
Oh, he's a putty. Oh, I thought he was a monster.
He's putty.
He can talk.
So we've seen other putties do that.
The clown, yeah.
But the clown was a monster though. That was the pineapple monster.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Lance, that hat. You know how when you film things, you gotta sometimes make them a lot larger so they look the size you want them to be on camera. So can you imagine how big that hat must be in real life? That's Garcon. He just said Garcon.
Yeah, he sure did. Garcon. It sounds like the name of a villain in this show.
It does, yeah. Master
Garcon. Evil Garcon.
He's also a fish. Baron OKC season. Cap, it's the epic season finale. Angela has to be in it.
Oh, is it because they're at a fancy restaurant they're going to get oysters?
Yes. Well, it's the... I think it's supposed to be the pearls or something. I forget. So what I want to happen at the end of this with Angela is a big cliffhanger where she gets sucked up in tornadoes. That's what I want to see happen. But alas... DJ, we haven't had a Trini episode in like 1,000 years, right?
I think Gung Ho was the last one.
No, we did some stuff with her well after Gung Ho.
Wow.
Nothing like special about her though. Like,
no, but she's had a couple of episodes that were hers.
She hasn't even had like lines lately.
No, we forgot all about her.
No, she just said, "I wonder how Zach and Angela's date is going." That's a line. That's very important dialogue that has to be said.
He said very many, okay? That's a token line.
No, that's plot relevant dialogue. That's like Shakespearean stuff there.
Oysterizer.
Okay, so Zordon, how often has this happened?
Magic pearls of stillness. And the captions didn't say that's the best part, the of stillness part.
Zordon, could you give everybody a handbook of stuff that might happen? Drives me crazy. Why do you know all this?
Like Rita has all these magical artifacts in her junk drawer, Let's dig through this. The magic pearls of stillness, or the necklace of necromancy, or
her basement is like Cabin in the Woods. There's just everything you touch.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. The bangle of believing.
Observe the viewing globe while I tell you everything you're looking at. What? Hey, DJ, I'd like to apologize for treating you like a French bean.
Yeah, well, what can you say? What can you do? What in the world? Oh, okay. Thought I was about to get very serious.
No, it's the putty pearls. They bought from the putty.
Yeah, they're the pearls of stillness.
Oh, there's a cake. Count the cake. Counting cakes. You got to count the cake.
That was
Didn't even land on
unsatisfying.
anybody. It hit the table.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it just got turned over. Anybody think that was like not what was supposed to happen to that take, but they only have one cake, so and they have cake on them, but I'm not sure how it happened because it just got flipped over.
They were in the splash zone.
Now I'm just imagining Cake Gallagher.
It's like they're glowing.
Oh my goodness.
That's a nice Photoshop effect there.
Magic wand tool, desaturate.
The pearl of stillness radius does not extend to the bathroom.
Yeah, where were they?
That's great. You know, it's cool when you're a kid, though, because it's like, oh, look, somehow they made it so that their faces are all messed up, but theirs are not.
They had this effect in the beginning of X2, but it was cut in the final draft.
Oh.
Actually kind of looked like Nightcrawler. That's what was confusing about it.
Lance, it's my worst fear.
I want that just to be his catchphrase now.
Yeah.
He says it all the time.
Yeah, every single time.
Rangers. And he does often say it's just as I feared. It's just as I feared. There's a hot dog car attacking the park.
It's my worst fear. There are putties in the playground.
I love
They're
this.
cutting in line on the monkey bars.
There's that shot again.
Yeah. That's great. I want to give them way too much credit every time they do that shot.
I love the idea that Zordon's just like a worry wart. He just like stays up all at night worrying about all the things that could happen.
If I were writing an episode right after May the Power Protect Me, I might have
footage
with Zach and Tommy standing right there. I might have Zach turn to Tommy and say, "Hey, may the power protect you, dude." And then Tommy looks over and says, "Yeah, you too, dude." And then they morph.
This monster is legitimately horrifying.
Wow. Okay, that does look like what they said it is.
Wow.
That's so we've now seen that.
Okay.
And he got a bunch of like gross acidic chewing gum on them. Gotcha. He's getting them for that time they set other Power Rangers on fire. Baron OKC. Rangers, it is my worst fear. We lost half our cast.
They are getting a lot of mileage out of that song.
That's true. Oh, that's where that happens, yeah.
Yep.
But this being Z2, that means they just thought, that'd be cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
With the Red Ranger, why not?
Let's do that somewhere. So my kids have most of the Imaginext Power Ranger toys, and there is a Black Ranger with the shield in the Imaginext toys. It's cool.
I've seen that at like a grocery store one time. It was really weird.
Yeah.
That they thought to do that. It's cool.
I mean, that's a deep pull.
Yeah.
It's for like 6 seconds. It doesn't last very long.
It was the famous Oyster monster, so.
Wow, we got rid of that fast.
Yeah, that's the main problem right now. Disintegrating earrings, not the fact you turned to stone.
Oh my gosh, is she gonna get mad because Zach
Yeah.
gave her crappy earrings?
Yep.
Okay,
Like,
so
so do
I
they
still-
remember they
do
were?
I still hate her for no reason, DJ?
Well,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, if you gave me stuff that was like burning acid in my drink that was on my ears, I might be a little upset with you.
Yeah, but that's not what she's going to complain about. You gave me fake earrings.
Oh, yeah, I guess it depends on whether or not they remember they got turned to stone or whatever the heck happened to them.
Well, yeah, but you still have to look around and be like, this is weird. Even if you don't know exactly what happened, that's very strange. May the power protect us.
And Zach will be alone forever. I do like this underwater fight.
He has to find somebody better than Angela, though. Yes,
Wow.
I love this underwater fight.
Maybe he found somebody at the peace conference.
He probably did. He found true love at the peace conference.
Yep,
the
that's why we
3-year
never saw him
long
again.
peace conference.
That's why we never saw him again.
Jason
That is
did not.
The
You can't-
weirdest excuse to get rid of cast members. They didn't move away. They didn't go to space like Billy later.
It's like way down the list of things I would think of to send them away.
Yeah. Boot camp, nothing. So there is a fight like a lot like this in season 3, 60s Batman, where they fight underwater.
Oh, really?
And it's
Like,
great, yeah.
Actually
And they just
underwater?
Yeah, and not actually underwater. It's just like this, where they just
Like the filter.
And but in Batman they put like a wavy filter on it.
Okay. Here we got bubbles.
A bubble
I
filter.
think there were bubbles there too, but yeah, it's a wavy filter. It's great.
They should have
Ooh,
slowed it
curbside.
down a little bit.
Yeah, they're moving too fast. Yep, Batman did it better.
Let's see how many times we can apply that sentence to the show.
What? Batman did it better.
Tommy,
There's-
we're right here. Just jump in the water.
Where have you been all this time? Where are you standing there?
What are you staying on the coast for? Oh, that's cool. He didn't have to come out of the water this time.
Because he's already in the water.
He's already in the water. That's a good point. And he just happens to live right there. Where everybody knows your name. Thomas Edgel, but how deep is that water? It looks too shallow.
Wow, it just knocked him out of the water. He rolled along the bottom of the ocean and landed outside of the
Thomas
water.
is right. That was like 8 feet deep tops. However tall these, well, okay, they're taller than 8 feet.
That was a really cool shot, though, of Dragonzord walking out of the water, though. Is the Megazord still stuck down in the depths?
Yeah, they're all drowning. They're dead. That's the way we end the season. Go to your Rangers next year.
Wow, that's real depressing for this show. That's kind of a downer ending.
Cap, that needs to be a level in the fighting game. Is the underwater fighting level?
Yeah, I would love that. I really want to see that.
Here we go
you have to
again.
move like way too slow. Oh no! My eyes! That's gross. No, I don't want any more. Stop. That's gross. It's a family-friendly channel.
They should have called him a kumquat.
Stop it. Okay, I think the guy voicing this monster might be Rito.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because he did that voice, and they're like, yes, come back and do that for a whole season.
Ah! I'm an oyster. I can be a skeleton guy.
It just keeps growling.
Ah!
Hey, the Megazord made it out.
Sounds more like Fozzie Bear, really. Ah!
And that's the crossover we need.
Doesn't stop. Ah! They showed this guy footage and he just wouldn't stop doing it. It's like every time he falls down, yeah, this monster when he falls down goes, ah!
Just think about how this is the last monster of the season.
Something they'll start doing a lot in season 2, if memory serves, is monster explosions, and right before it, some kind of like silly one-liner from the monster. Like it'll get one more pun in before it explodes, and we haven't started doing that yet. I mean, it was our worst fear.
Just fun trying to think of them saying those lines with a straight face, like dead serious. So glad the Oysterizer didn't do any real damage.
I want to make a moisturizer joke, but nothing's.
I don't know if that's.
I guess that's stuff he was using was moisturizer.
He went to the dollar store and he got these like plastic flowers.
It's the thought that counts.
Well, if it was a thought that counts, she would have been mad about the earrings, would she?
I feel like I'm bringing you guys to my side on this.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, but now she's going to come around with the power of love. And
it's the power of love!
What is happening?
Yeah, I should have warned you guys about this part, but...
This is how we end the season. This is how we end the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
The epic climax.
This is maybe the best argument of all of them against the back 20.
We could have ended with Doomsday, but instead...
Yeah, and Doomsday's wonderful. No, don't sing anymore. Okay, well, you're not singing anymore. I shouldn't be so materialistic. I'm not going to remember any of this tomorrow.
That was
we're never going to see you again, so... I do remember that line, though. I remember that line from when I was a kid. She smells like turpentine.
She smells like turpentine!
I'd forgotten I remembered that until just now.
I think the Oyster Monster could have sang that song. Turpentine!
Wow.
Guys, we're done with season 1. We finished it. That's it. Oh boy, it's so exciting. Okay, next time we're going to go on to the Mutiny. And Mutiny, first episode of season 2, I want to say is 2 episodes, not 3. Let me check. No, it's 3 parts.
We'll be here.
It's 3 parts. So we gotta do 3. Lance dropped out again right as we're ending. That's his signature. That's his shtick. That's what he does on the show. Okay, so guys, we are going to go on now to our last show of the night if you're watching live, and this one's going to run pretty late. We're going to do the Mutiny. We got Zed. He's coming. Here he comes. Yeah, here he comes. So come back and watch Zed. I'm so excited. It's getting kind of late and I might be delirious, but I'm excited. So anyway, we will see. Lance, you're back for 5 seconds and we'll take to close the show again.
I like to be consistent, you know?
We decided that's like your special signature thing.
Yeah. That's the lamest superpower in the world, isn't it?
I can I can drop out right before the show ends.
Drop out of calls.
But only right before the show ends.
Yeah, exactly. I should join the X-Men now.
Baron OKC says, thus ends the Angela saga. Yep. That's it. That's all you get of that.
Impeccable timing.
And what was the point of her constantly coming back, considering that we do the same thing with her that we do with Billy's girlfriend? This is like they're together and then we never see her again.
So
we have like 8 episodes.
So you're saying Angela should have been a different girl every time, a different Zach love interest?
No, but then he'd just be Geordie LaForge, though. So anyway, folks, thanks a lot for watching. We sure appreciate it. This concludes today's episode of Morphin Mania. Once again, we're doing some more if you want to stick around with us and you're watching live. So we will see you again shortly. And thanks a lot for watching. I am Captain Logan, and there's DJ.
See you guys.
And special guest. So happy to have him, Lance Fusion.
Lance Fusion.
Lance Fusion.
Lance Fusion.
And I'm Captain Logan. See you later, folks.